Hey, good afternoon, friends. Bill here. Hope you're having a good week. I'm gonna go over the sports schedule for the upcoming weekend. Just a couple big events coming up soon. First for prayer this weekend is Frank Rollberg. It's leading the South Star Outreach in Huntsville, Alabama, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, I think he's got about 12 guys down there. It's the first time that the this particular concert has been held, and so Frank and the guys in North Alabama, they're going to welcome everybody to the concert, and so I'm excited about it. This is kind of unusual. It's not the only time it's happened, but Huntsville, the city, and just like Manchester, Tennessee, in that city, I'm sure there's a lot of cities doing these. I'm just not an expert on it all, but they're hosting the event. They're putting on the event like Manchester putting on Bonner in a sense. There appear to be some cooperation there, so it's not just a private concert. So I think that's an interesting dynamic the city's trying to do. It doesn't really bode well for my hat on straight here, righteous governance. First Timothy 1 through 7. So we want to pray for the situation there as well. So pray for Frank and the guys being there, and then also a couple other big events coming up in October. First of all is Tommy Waltz and the guys in Raleigh are hosting the NC State Fair, October 24 to 27. Amazing, a million fans should go through the state fair area where they're going to be preaching. And man, if you're not signed up for that, that's going to be a good event. It's kind of like Nashville. What I mean by that, there's a lot of preaching going on in Raleigh, and Raleigh itself appears to generate just a lot of natural events between the universities there and the city and so forth. So it should be a good event. If you're season evangelists in the Raleigh area. Tommy's been a Super Bowl outreach there many, many times. We've been to England together. He's a great guy, does a great job leading. Joe Torrey's on the team as well. Nick O'Berry, Ken White's going, some faithful guys. So, man, this would be a great time to go and partner up with those guys and preach to a million people over a short period of time. And Lord willing, this event will a little bit further away from Nashville, and since geographically speaking, could be a really good annual geographical event. In other words, could be a really good event for that area where you got a lot of people rolling through every year. So I really want to encourage you. If you ain't got nothing to do those days, go over there and join Tommy and the guys over there in Raleigh. The links will be at the bottom of this video wherever you watch it. Diego, Sandoval's taking some guys and meeting some people in Mexico City for the Mexico City Grand Prix. I'm excited about this. Do you speak Spanish? If you speak Spanish and want to go, Diego, he's turning out to be a really good leader, and he'll find a place for you down there. So I think if you speak Spanish, this would be a really good event to hook up with the other guys from Mexico coming over. Charlie Velasquez, I think is his last name. He preaches all the time. He's all over Facebook. I believe he's a Living Waters rep in the middle part of Mexico as well. So they got a lot of guys, probably 10 or 12 people already, handful of folks or a couple, 3, 4 folks from Phoenix going as well. So that would be a fantastic event in Mexico City if you can speak Spanish and you got a passport, October 25 to 27. Circleville, Ohio, October 16 to 19. Be the third time this one's gone on. It's a really good event. It's a good conservative event. It's probably, if you've never preached before, I want to find an event that's a little easier uh, to dip your toe into, you might say, this would be it because the people are glad you're there. So far, there's been no resistance, just a couple of hey, can you move over here, so forth kind of stuff. But man, they're glad to see. I think there's 400,000 people that go to this deal. I haven't been, but Joshua Richards ran a couple of years, and Heath and Futsal and Stephen Kendall are in charge this year. So that's another really good event. And then 15 of us are heading off, Lord willing, to London October. We'll leave here October the 10th and preach from the 11th to the 20th. That should be 10 days straight of preaching in London, England. Excited about that. My favorite place, favorite city to preach at in the country. So a lot of good stuff. And then Grey Cup, November 14 to 17, Vancouver, Canada. We're making inroads into Canada. This will be our third Grey Cup in a row. Regina, Hamilton, and now Vancouver. And we've been up to Niagara Falls once, been to Montreal Grand Prix, been to Toronto several times over the years. We're making inroads, so I'd love to have you come join us up there. We got room for 1 or 2 more there in Vancouver in the house for renting. And Vancouver, if you look on the map, if you've never been or been to the northwest part of the country, Vancouver's just it's about a 4-hour drive north of Seattle. It's just basically got the same land, just different countries, and looks good. Beautiful place. We're up there for the Winter Olympics in 2010. Had a great time preaching. All went well back then, and so it should be a really, really, really good opportunity. Let's go over the list of events coming up this weekend. Let's see. Let's go through the sports stuff. Let me go through the baseball MLS stuff first. Like we normally do, we'll go Wednesday through Sunday, trying to see how many festivals are going on this weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday will probably settle back down to be all baseball. We're just the schedule only goes through Sunday. All right, let's see where we're at. Today is Wednesday, 25th. All right, 15 MLB games. I guess that's a maxed out schedule. We'll learn that if you're going through this. I'll name the city, the start time. The start time is Eastern time. So today, Houston, Texas, 2:10. Philadelphia, 6:05. Cleveland, Ohio. Detroit, Michigan. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 6:40. Washington, D.C., 6:45. The Bronx, 7:05. Toronto, 7:07. Atlanta, 7:20. Chicago, Illinois. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 7:40. Denver, Colorado, 8:40. Phoenix, 9:40, along with Oakland. L.A., 10:10. MLS games. Let's see. Looks like there's 3 MLS games. Columbus, Ohio, 7:30 start. Vancouver, 10 o'clock start. Toronto, 10:30 start. Thursday. Denver, 3:10. Oakland, 3:37. 7:05. Atlanta, 7:20. Minneapolis, 7:40. And Los Angeles, 10:10. Music festivals. Vincennes, Indiana, the First City Music Fest, September 26 to 29. Louisville, Kentucky, Highland Festival Grounds, Louder Than Life Festival. Ozark, Arkansas, Awaken Music Fest, September 26 to 29, if you live in those areas. Friday, 14 MLB games, and looks like 9 festivals. MLB places: Chicago, 2:20, Detroit, 6:40, DC, 6:45, the Bronx, 7:05, Toronto, 7:07, Cleveland, Ohio, 7:10, along with Boston, Atlanta, 7:20, Denver, 8:10, along with Milwaukee, Anaheim, California, 9:38, Phoenix, 9:40, Seattle, 10:10, and San Francisco, 10:15. Festivals: Las Vegas, Nevada, A Big Beautiful Block Party, September 27-28. Charlotte, North Carolina, Breakaway Festival, September 27-28. Chicago, Cold Wave, September 27-29. Memphis, Tennessee, Miffo Fest, September 27-29. San Diego, California, Mission Bay Fest, September 27-29. They're all 27-29. Monterey, California, Monterey Jazz Fest. That's an historic festival. I don't know if it's still busy or not, but that's probably big. Ocean City, Maryland, the Oceans Calling Festival. Dana Point, California, Atlanta Festival. Paris, California, same but different. And Sisters, Oregon, Sisters Folk Fest. Saturday, full schedule MLB, 15 games, and then we've got 10 MLS games, bunch of festivals. MLB. The Bronx, 105, Detroit, 110, Chicago, 220, Toronto, 307, San Francisco and Washington, D.C., 405, Boston, 410, Cleveland, 610, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, 715, Atlanta, 720, Denver, Phoenix, 810, Anaheim, 938, Seattle, 940. All right, MLS games: Cincinnati and D.C. and Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Montreal, Quebec, Foxborough, Mass, Harrison, New Jersey, Chester, PA, 7:30 p.m. start. Got a bunch of 8:30 p.m.s. Austin, Texas, Bridgeview, Frisco, St. Paul, Minnesota, and St. Louis, 8:30 p.m. MLS. And then Seattle, Washington, Vancouver is 10:30. Festivals: Columbia, Maryland, All Things Go Festival, September 28-29, New York, All Things Go Festival, New York. Tempe, Arizona, Boots in the Park, Tempe Fest. San Diego, California, CRSSD Festival. DC, that's a one-day Dream State, Washington. St. Louis, Missouri, Evolution Fest. Central Park, New York, Global Citizen Fest. That's probably around the UN meetings. Franklin, Tennessee, Pilgrimage Music Fest. San Francisco, California, Portola Festival. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Southside Fest, South Star Fest is this weekend, Huntsville, Alabama. All right. Get them, Frank. I love it. And then Sunday, last day, we'll cover all MLB. San Francisco, California, Boston, Mass, DC, Bronx, 305, Anaheim, Toronto, Ontario, 307, Cleveland, Ohio, Denver, Phoenix, Seattle, Minneapolis, Detroit, Milwaukee, 310, Wrigley Field, and Truist Park in Atlanta, 320 starts. Lots of opportunity. If you know anybody in those areas, please refer everybody. All right, let's go over the college games. Let's see what we got here. These are the SFOI 1000 games this weekend. Jason Slichter's preaching at William and Mary. Kevin Talixon at Penn State. Joe Toit, NC State. Joshua Tubbs, UAB. Ryan Denton at Texas Tech. Tom Brewer at LSU. Jerry Collins, Bakersfield College, that's California. John Crowley, Central Florida. John Dawson, University of Memphis. David Day, Auburn. Rick Garland, Southern Cal at LA Memorial Coliseum. That's a good place to preach. That's exciting to be around that place. Sterling Long, Brian Nine, Minneapolis Colts. Lots of opportunity, man. There's, quote, no place across the country where there's not an opportunity for gospel preaching. So anyway, check out the links. If you got any questions, if you live by a stadium, no one's preaching there, or if there's a festival near you and you want to go out there but you've never done it before, contact me. I'll be glad to share with you how to do it, how to get started. We can look on the map, the way Google's maps work, find a place for you to stand and preach and get started. The goal in this whole business is to get started. You've got to get started. That's the key. Get started. And if you're afraid to get started, you never get over the fear. You just have to go out there and do it. It takes a while. So I want to encourage you to get started. 423-724-7500. Hope to hear from you. Bye-bye.